everybody. Finalized the game plan today, working heavily in the red zone. Again, a team that scores 48 points. Really feel that field goals aren't going to be good enough in this game. So we're going to have to be ultra aggressive in all three phases. That includes special teams, and this is a very, very special special teams unit that we're going up against. When you look at the likes of John Ross as a returner and Pettis as a returner, you're talking about two of the elite kids in our league, both in punt return and kick return. So we spent some extra work on that today. As far as injury goes, really the only guy that's really left out right now will be Lockett. Had some good news with Stevie today. Really felt good and moved around extremely well. I would anticipate him being able to play. Both backs continue to progress. It looks like they'll be available for us. Biggie felt better today, and Damian Mama was full speed today after getting the knee drained a little bit. So we're in good shape right now, with the exception of Lockett. And any questions that you got, I'll answer.
Is Juju's back okay?
He's had a back injury all the way since Arizona. You remember when he got hit and actually came out of that game. He's just been dealing with it week in and week out. He's still getting treatment every morning at 7 a.m. for it. So, you get to week 10 of the season, that's the way it is. You got bumps and bruises everywhere, and that's what November's about.
What's the most nervous you've seen Sam?
I would say it's hard to tell whether he's excited or nervous or anything. It's the same. It's a sign of a good quarterback. He stays the same every time. I've just never seen him in that light before. I saw his eyes when he's going into the Alabama game in that type of atmosphere, and went out and performed. Stanford same way, Utah State the same way, and then he gets his opportunity as a starter in every game. He's been in some harsh atmospheres, like that Alabama game, like the Utah game, the Arizona game. So I anticipate him playing like he's been playing, very mature, making good decisions.
Going into a game like this, do you think it helps that you've been able to play Alabama and had that highly anticipated week 1 game?
Yeah, we've grown as a team, and I thought we've grown. We grew from Alabama to Stanford, Utah, now this 5-game run. I just feel like we're a lot more mature team right now, and have really come together. So we got to continue that progression. We've got a good stretch here with one of the top teams in the country and then 2 rivalry games. So we've really got to play mature football down the stretch here, and it starts this weekend.
What tells you the maturity is improving in practice, for example? What do you look for?
I just see a lot of focus. You don't see a lot of BS going around. Guys are focusing on their job. They're actually, I love hearing it when they're actually calling out guys and saying, hey, you have this. It tells me that even though they're not in, they're taking mental reps, and that's usually a sign of a maturing football team.
You mentioned the team coming together. What have you seen specifically from them over this 5-game streak where you just kind of see them joining together?
Well, I think, one, we've all come together as an entire organization. I think, with new coaches, new coordinators, going through that spell in 1 and 3, and just keeping on working. Guys just never got down. They just kept on working and kept on getting better. And you look up and we have a 5-game win streak. There's never any panic, never any, hey, we can't do this. We just worried about getting better and worried about the opponent that we were playing. And that's a sign of a good team, not looking down the road, but focus on each and every opponent. And that's what I felt they've done the last 5 weeks. It would have been very easy last week to take a jump ahead, but they truly focused on that Oregon game. And now it's time to truly focus on a very tough opponent in a hostile atmosphere.
Chris Hawkins said yesterday that he and some of the guys were thinking that this is the biggest game that you guys have played since you became the coach last year. Do you feel that same way?
I think for me, it's the next game. Each one of these, as we've gone through this stretch, I know how important they are to our team, to what we want to accomplish. To be able to win a Pac-12 championship, you first have to win the Pac-12 South. And the fact of the matter is, we're 1 game behind Colorado, and we've got 2 conference games yet left. We're sitting at 5-2, and obviously in a hole with Utah and having the tiebreaker. So every game matters, and that's how we've approached it over the last 5 weeks. Not only as players on the team, but as a staff. I don't think you can focus on anything but doing your job that week, and especially versus a Washington team that's so good in every phase.
So it's the next game. But do you like it that the next game's also a really big game?
Oh, no question. I mean, it's your competitive juices that come out in you. I mean, that's part of the game. That you live for these games. You know, you're excited about them. And to be able to go to another team's place, knowing it's going to be loud, knowing it may be raining on you, the conditions may not be perfect, and go to do your job. You know, that's the competitive factor of the game, and you absolutely love it. You know, that's why you came to USC to play the best in November in a game that's critical to your season. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
One last one.
There was obviously the election this week, and it was an emotional deal for a lot of people. Have you had to talk to the team about that, or you guys?
But, you know, we allowed our staff to go out and vote, and our kids voted. We visited a little bit about our country coming together. Mike Sylvester, who leads our Athletes in Action, came together and talked with the team about the election and moving forward, and everybody coming together as far as a nation. But we have had discussions about the overall election. It's part of, you know, being a coach and being a family, is being able to talk about important issues that are out there. And we did that yesterday as a team.
Okay.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you.
So you did know it was the election.